I'm delighted to be coming to you today doing a collab, my first. And I was asked to do this one by the delightful Bella, Beauty on a Budget. And I adore her, and I know you all do too. I will have a link to her video down below. So on the off chance that any of you don't know her, by all means, go over and take a look. She's absolutely wonderful. I love Bella. What we are doing is, it was a look for the holidays, and we were going for a coppery, rusty look. And my assumption was if it was for the holidays, I wanted to make it extra festive. So what I did was I broke it into two separate parts. I'm hoping I can do the two in one video and that it won't be too long. But one of them I just showed you the end result. And the other one, I actually showed you how I did the eye makeup. Let me show you the finished product. It's all done with the Profusion palette, which I explain in detail as we go along. And I am really happy with the result. I think it looks good. And take a look at this. It's really amazing. Every time I wear this mascara, I'm amazed at how good it looks. This is the Marc Jacobs, the one I didn't want to have to like. It's pricey, but it's really nice. So take a look at this. And then stay put and take a look at the rest of the video. I hope you enjoy it, and when you're done, don't forget to go over and watch Bella's. I'll see you soon. Love you all. My base makeup on today. I have nothing under my eyes yet, and I put on the first. I'm going to try to do the whole thing on this one with the Sultry palette. I might have to go in with something else just for a tiny bit of it, but what I did first was I packed on this top color, and that is called Canny. It shows up whiter here. It's sort of a pale flesh color. So that's packed on. And I started my transition shade with this. And this is 3 Wishes. Would that we had 3 wishes. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take Wonder. And that's a really warm shade. Again, adding it to the transition. Kind of warm up the whole look today. Look at the way it changes it, even just doing this. Okay. I should do what some people do, where they just have one eye already done and they just do the other one. It would be far less tedious for you. Okay. I still have some hair under my eyebrows that I need to work on. I can see. I haven't been feeling well, so I really haven't been keeping up on my usual stuff. So forgive me for that, but Lord knows I'm trying. Okay, let me see. What else am I going to do? You know something? I'm going to add a little bit of zing, and that's a brown. It's kind of a toasty brown. I'm going to do that right close to the socket. Again, just for a little more definition. So it starts it off with a pretty decent kind of look. The funny thing is, most people that I watch, when they decide what they're going to do, they know exactly what they're going to do. I never do. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of person, for better or worse. So let's see, what do I think is going to work? I'm going to go with Risky and put Risky in the outer corner. So let me start with that. I really should have started with the lighter color. Hello. We'll chalk it up to my mind not working quite at full capacity. Rather than going, duh. So I am at this point just going to put it in here. I have a lot of blending that I'm going to need to do. So I really need to blend it out and blend it out. Here we go. Let's blend. I always like to blend as I go because it gives me an idea of where I want to go from there. Okay, so, all right, now I'm going to take a little bit of the Zing, which again is that toasty brown, and put that in the corner, which is what I should have done to begin with. Nobody says I'm perfect. That's the wonderful thing about being of a certain age. You don't have to prove yourself anymore. You are what you are. And it's sort of accept me as I am, or, you know, that's the way it goes. Okay, I want to get, see, there's no color in here. Unfortunately, that's going to give me that real coppery kind of look. So I'm going to cheat it. I'm going to go into the natural, it's still Profusion. Oh, Lord. That carpal tunnel stuff. It'll get you every time. Okay. I'm going to do the Fearless, and that's a little more coppery. So let me add that. Last thing I want is to get a muddy look in the end. So you have to be careful. If you go too over the top, it's going to wind up looking muddy. Oh God, I'm already at 6 minutes. This is not a good thing. I may have to make it in 2 separate parts. Okay, let's see. Here you go. Okay, can you see it? Then I am going to add a little bit of the coppery color on the bottom. I am no stellar performer when it comes to doing that bottom. Getting better, but I am by all means no stellar performer. Okay, what am I doing here? I got something in my eye. There we go. All right, I think I need to get a little bit of the, should I go with Nightlife? No, I don't think so. I'm going to go back to Risky, which is that very dark brown here. And I'm going to go very close to the top lashes with that and just kind of smudge that out to give it a little more definition, and then bring it up into the corner. Let me do that again on the other eye. I think it's starting to take on some definition. I love to watch it take shape. It's kind of like if you were doing a painting, and as you start to add definition, you see the things come to life. I really love it when that happens. Or when I do a room and I start adding the accessories that all of a sudden make it jump and just make it look wonderful. So all the things that you put into it, all the elements suddenly start to make sense. I know what I'm going to do today. Okay, this is going to be a little bit different. I think I don't want to go too far. I'm going to add a tiny bit more of the Fearless. That's that real rusty color. And because I want to bring that out, starting to look more brown and less rusty. So let me pack a little bit of that in. Again, we're assuming holidays, party, going out, being with friends, being with family, and just wanting to feel that extra bit special. And again, don't forget, we're doing it on $10 palettes, so can't go wrong with that. It's starting to take shape. Okay, I'm not going to spend the whole time doing my eyebrows and doing my lashes. And I have to still do under my eyes with my concealer. So let me finish. Oh wait, no, let me do one other thing before I finish. I am going to, again, we're assuming it's party time. I would not do this for my regular look. I'm going into my Magnificent Metals, and I'm doing, should I do the rose gold? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to do the rose gold retro. This is Stila, and I'm just going to add that little bit of extra bling. So here we go. It was looking really pretty without it, but I think this is going to give it that extra little touch, just to give it that festive holiday look. And then I'm going to work it in just a little bit with a brush to diffuse it so that it doesn't have a defined line. And then let it dry. I'm going to add just a little bit more of the light color on the inside, and we are done. Do you see it? Does it show up? I will show you the finished look as soon as I come back with everything else done, and I'll have my hair on, my lipstick on. See you in a minute. But I wanted to start out by sharing my feelings about the holidays, and especially this year. I have not been feeling well for the past several days, and that's why I haven't been on here. And I have missed it a lot. I have missed you all, and I've watched all your comments. I've tried to reply. Sometimes I just wasn't feeling well enough to do it. But I think not feeling well is a gift of its own in a crazy way, because it makes you realize what's really important in the world, what's really important in your life, and that is the people that you care about. It's the things that mean the most to you. All the rest of it is trappings. All the rest of it is meaningless. You know, they've said if you only had 5 minutes to grab everything in your house, if there were a fire or a situation where you needed to get out, and you could only have 5 minutes, what would you take with you? And the answer for most people is they would take the photographs that are important to them. They would take the personal items that are irreplaceable, the things that are the most meaningful to us. And I think in the end, that's what it comes down to. So I am inordinately grateful for the opportunity that Bella gave me. And Bella, I adore you, you know that. And I'm going to give you a link down below to Bella's video of this look. And I'm sure a lot of you watch Bella, but if you don't, by all means go over there and you'll really enjoy spending time with her. There is no artifice about Bella. She is exactly what she is. She's practical and lovely and loving and just a delight to spend time with. I'm happy that she's been doing more lately, so I get to spend more time with her. Okay, let's get to the look. This was going under the assumption that this look was going to be for the holidays. So if it's for the holidays, you want it to be a little bit festive. Once again, if this is a look that is done in the coppery colors, here you go, in the rusty coppery kind of colors, I did that. And this is, though it does have a little bit of the metallic from the mixed eye metals from Profusion, and that certainly gives it a little bit of extra punch, it's not anywhere near as dramatic as I might have made it. So as I say, I may come back with a little elevated version of this. We'll see. But I did that. I used, for the actual eyeshadows, I used my Profusion palettes. I used the natural and the sultry. And for my cheeks, I just went a little bit stronger in color. And I will say what I used for my cheeks today was the Becca, and this is the, what is it called? I think it's that beachy tint thing. Word of caution with this, and I do keep it closed. This thing dries out. Really hard to get anything of any kind of import or any, any concentration of it out. And I'm sure I can add something to it to make it look a little bit better, but that is of concern to me. I did like the blush. For my lips today, again, thinking with the coppery kind of look for the eyes, that I would go for more of something more in the rusty metallic kind of look. I use the gloss, the Ultra Glossy Lip ColourPop. What is it called? I don't know what it's called. What is, oh Lord, who can see this? It looks like cheat code, but I can't swear to it. This is what it looks like. And that was in the center. And on the outsides of the look, I did this. This is an old lipstick. It's shade 305 Copper Charm, and it is Maybelline. It's old. As you can see, there's not much left of it, but it does give you that kind of color that was a little bit more color punch. And then I was thinking, if this is in fact to be a holiday look and holiday parties, what I did was I wanted to dress the part. So this is an outfit that I had gotten from Chico's a year or two ago. It's from the Travelers collection. It's in the wonderful, very deep forest greens with the cold shoulder and just that little bit of jewel trim here to give it a little bit of a festive look. What I did too, hold on a second. What I added to it was a shoe with just a little bit of extra glam. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a little bit of a, what is that? Sort of a rhinestone-y kind of look around the edge. I'm not sure if it's coming across on here. And I had bought, and this is a gold fabric. It's kind of a satiny fabric. And the interesting thing is I still have the thing on the bottom of the shoe. I bought this at Nordstrom's Rack. And this was originally $198.90, no, or is it 108? I can't see anymore. It's 108, I think. Yeah, it's 108. And I paid $42.97 for it, so it was 61% off. But just a nice kind of shoe to polish off the outfit. And again, wanting to make this as festive as I possibly could, I added just one simple piece of jewelry to it. And that is the entire look, my friends. So you let me know what you think. But once again, all of this, these are just the trappings. It's all about what goes on inside. It's the important stuff. It's the people you love. It's the people who love you. And it's what life is really about. So Take care. Okay, I punched it up just a little bit. I went a little bit heavier with the eyeshadow in the corner. I just went with my, which one was it? I went with my Modern Renaissance palette, and I picked up some of this, what is it called? Real Gar. The color doesn't translate very well on here. It's really a rusty kind of color. And then Cypress Umber right above it is what I used right in the corner. And that was just to punch it up a little. I didn't want to go too far and make it clownish. But I thought, once again, if it's a party that you're going to, if it's some evening event, I added a tiny bit more of my contour down here to give me a little more definition. And that's about it. Nothing else. So hope you like the look. And don't let me forget the Raquel Welch Brave the Wave. And I will put the color down here because this was a different color this time. And I don't recall it off the top of my head. So that's it. Take care.